Hello. Hello. All right. That works. All right. I think today, so with the announcement coming out from HQ, I want to take one of my cars, um, and kind of, well, I don't know if I really want to alter one of the cars because it's going to look weird. But I think I want to build some sort of starter thing, right? So what I want to do is I want to look in here, right? I want to go, okay, what can I build in my backpack only? Like, so I'm not saying I still don't 100% believe there's going to be a wipe. Um, like I know a lot of people are really adamant that there will be. I don't still just I don't know. Um, uh, but so what I want to do is I want to look in here. I want to look at elements. I want to look at elements, engines, right? Basic. So we can make S space engines, and we can make excess space, right? So I kind of want to build something that has uh, excess space engine, and you know, there's something small, something that uh, when we land on the beginning planet, that we can get off that beginning planet as soon as we can. Um, so I want to be able to come out, go out, mine a bunch of stuff real fast as soon as I can, uh, kind of get this stuff going as quickly as I can, um, without doing a lot of work on the starting plan. Uh, so the question is do I take? Well, this one's out because uh, this one's got BRM on it, so can't. I don't know if this create or none. Oh, okay. So I have now made that the Jaguar as a pocket ship as a theorem. Okay, so I can do that. I need to go through and relook at all of my ships to see. It's a cool looking ship. It at least looks cool. So sometimes that's the most important part. I think with the fuel tank on this one though, it may not be the best. Well, it's got yeah, so that I know this is Astros built this one. This is a direct. So I you know, I'm was positive, those three, but those are more of a hey, by the way, I don't know the guys that built uh, the rebellion, but I do know the other. So that one's the P16 is so which means any of these that don't have DRM or don't have an owner on them, that allows us to go through and pick it up so that so if there is a wipe, that's in Australia. Maybe that's not an actual the NPC. I think there's some people that have made names that are very similar to GMs, and they really need to fix that. Sure, it's smoky. Cool. I think Camp House is a fairly large name too. Captain's Customs. Oh, that's the grasshopper. This is the peanut butter. That was a gut chart. All right, I think most of those are good. Oh, we have a few more. This should be loaded. Oh, that's a Captain's Custom. See, it's all right. I'm gonna just think about what I want to do with that. So then today, how to get stuff done. All right, so I'm looking here. You notice I have a few more dollars today. I took so this thing's actually up and running. I think what I really need to do is calcium. I think it's the big thing that we need to figure out. Calcium. You could just go do. Maybe I'll just do that today. All right. You know what? Let's do that. I haven't shown asteroid mining. Problem is it is a slow process. That's new. Got so much boarded as I'm stuck inside. Every once in a while, if you do it just right, you can phase inside of stuff. Can I help you? All right. All right. I need to go pick up because I picked up the stuff to buy or I bought an Nimbus blueprint. So I need to go get my stuff for that. And I think in order to do that, I need to get find out how many cells I have here. Training factor. So I need to go make a couple of pickups. Go to fades. And then I need to go to Telemet, which I need to go to Telemet anyway because I need to pick up sodium. So let's go here first. That would be fades. Let's go to fades. Fades real quick. Six more. They're usually good thing to have. So we'll go to things real quick. But once we get to things, we'll
The goal of practice is always to keep our beginner's mind. For a while, you will keep your beginner's mind. But if you continue to practice 1, 2, 3 years or more, although you may improve some, you're liable to lose the limitless meaning of original mind. In the beginner's mind, there is no thought, I have attained something. All self-centered thoughts limit our vast mind. When we have no thought of achievement, no thought of self, we are true beginners.
fuel that I take with me. But whether I have too much is not enough. Forward and out of here. And no worries, Pete. Get to feeling better, buddy. Like, that's honestly, like, all things being equal, like, it's way more important that you get to feeling better. As much as we love having you here, you are by no means required. And that really goes for everybody. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go to Thades. I'm picking up some engines. I need to get a hold of... so I only needed like 12 or 16 of these rare engines. The problem is there was only like 60 of them on the entire market anywhere. So anybody else that wants to build a Nimbus right now that needs those engines, I bought the extra ones so in case they need them, I'll just give them the final crap. But the I just wanted it, to make sure that if somebody did want to buy a Nimbus, they could get the parts for it. Because I don't really need an extra one, but I needed. I wanted one. Nimbus is a cool idea. I remember I bought a couple of recipes or a couple of schematics. I'm telling I don't remember what I bought. Oh, the remote controller. Yeah. So we didn't have a remote controller So definitely use our remote control. Definitely do that. And then, like I said, we do have
Passengers immobilization starting.
we have the information that they
Warp
did release
sequence
out
initiated.
in the letter yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Um, the problem is the way they released it. It almost creates more questions than it does answers. Uh, like I understand they don't have a lot of stuff gone out, but that was almost like a teaser of, hey, here's some cool things we're thinking about. Make sure you keep playing. They really need to have some sort of they need to just that honestly NQ needs to come out and say yes, we're going to or we're leaning heavily towards a wipe. If we do that, then this is what we're going to let people have. You're gonna get your you get to keep all your core blueprints. And that's any core blueprint you have access to
Warp
that
sequence completed.
our own ownership of core blueprints, because that's the next question I
Passengers
have
released.
is I've picked up some core blueprints in my travels that I didn't make, but I own now. I have that core blueprint. Is that my core blueprint now? Is that considered my core blueprint? Or does it go back to whoever originally built the blueprint and that's theirs and they won't transfer? Like, how does that work? Um, so that's a question that obviously isn't. I don't have an answer for. It's kind of a weird fringe situation, and not that a lot of the core blueprints that I found I want to be selling, um, but like I don't want to be destroyed or lost forever. I guess if I wanted to, I could try to build most of the ships that I found and see if they have DRM on them. And if they don't have DRM, then I can just make it. go pick stuff up. Eventually, what will happen is once we get enough items coming in, we'll be able to start producing uh, warp cells and things like that, and trying to work out stuff with Pete specifically so that like I don't have a problem like helping people out and greatly reducing the cost of something for somebody. Uh, yeah, as long as I'm not actively losing money on it, especially if they're part of the org or friend or whatever. But at the same time, I don't want to take advantage of like Pete's factory and just start stealing all of his warp cells when he's not looking. So we're trying to work that stuff out so that I can we can at least put money back into the system. And Pete's making money for his time too, instead of just oh geez, Mr. Storyer's trying to get me wrecked already. Aha, I got tricks. What are you doing? What are you doing this morning, Mr. Stoyer? You gonna at least tell him thank you, or you just gonna come eat it, look at me like I owe you another one, and put doggy slobber all over me? Oh, and the water. How you doing today? How is your day going, my friend? Give it the beans. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had to take a class in a while. Other than the ones I've kind of signed myself up for. I really need to get in and start learning Lua. I bought a book to kind of learn it. I want to know enough Lua to be able to be dangerous. More importantly, enough Lua that I can answer my own questions, so that I'm not having to ask Pete for all the hey, what does this do? Hey, what does that do? Hey, I want to be able to make small changes, and at least when I go to Pete, be like, hey, look, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I broke this. This is what I did. At least give Pete some sort of head start, as opposed to, hey, here's a problem. Can you fix it? I don't like doing that. We found out they are pay for SB because they see on the forum have been expect this. So normal stuff. All right. Not good at all. Not good. Let's not descend into the crater of that eats the ships. How long? I wanted to destroy my ship in the abyss there. So I've seen Serapis, I've seen some other people like fly in this thing. And there's obviously buildings and stuff over there that people have built. So you can fly over there, but every once in a while there's like gravity wells that will just like trap your ship, or you'll lag and hit something, and then your ship is just a part of it now. Like I'm sure if I come over here and I can see. This is down someplace. Because you get down to the bottom and it's really hard to get your ship out of there. Throw the brakes back on. We'll give it the little boost and boost. Brake. See if we can get it started. Close to the planet. No. Guess the distance. Get up into orbit. I'm gonna go pick up the recipe that we have, and then I'm gonna swing by our sodium mine, and then so we'll pick up that stuff real quick. Pick up the nitron there. And then we'll go back to the main, back to Alios, drop all that stuff off, build our Nimbus, And the Nimbus is kind of the last piece I needed for my HG ship to work effectively. HG is awesome, especially for heavy lifting. HG is great. For slowly, I'm still trying to figure out like, oh, my I want to see if I don't know if my account's broke or not. I haven't got one way or another whether that's a problem. So with the refer a friend account of Virtual Universe, at the 12-month point, you get a you get 30 days of subscription for free if you basically referred 12 months of other people coming into by subscription. The issue with that is I have a lifetime subscription to the game. So right now, I don't know who Colton is, but I wish he would stop texting. So I have a Digital Ruby early bird, right? And then I now have alpha access and game time active until so I still have game time, or so I have a game type subscription and I have a lifetime subscription, and it's very screwy. And I think I'm getting closer to get the green force fields. The purple force fields is really the ones I want. We haven't quite there.
Passengers immobilization starting. Warp sequence initiated.
All right, get out here, pick up some sodium. I did bring extra boxes so that I can increase the number of boxes that are in this station. So what I plan on doing is landing, pulling the 3 medium boxes up, or 6 medium boxes I brought out, going from 4 or 1 medium box on each of them to 4 medium boxes on each of them, so that there's more storage capability here. This game is very definitely wants to let you know, hey, by the way, you're out in the area.
Warp sequence completed. Passengers released.
All right, go ahead. Slow put our way into this thing. Keep it slow going here. So there is no atmosphere on this moon. And there's very little gravity. So you'll notice it doesn't say atmosphere. I'm not hitting the atmosphere at X amount of time. It's I'm going to hit the moon at X amount of time. So you kind of want to keep that to above a 0. Yeah. The collision to the moon reaches 0. You're gonna be fixing some stuff. Doing today, figure out what's going on with the rest of my week. I was supposed to be off Saturday, but we had some stuff come up at work, and that may be a problem. So it is what it is. Still, I have a job, still getting paid. So there is that. That's always what I like to hear. Is people are having problems with their brakes. That's fine. planet. There you go. What's your thoughts over there? Didn't bring any cords with me though. So. Just fly down and look at it, see if it's worth stopping. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff now has been just completely decimated. Like most of the things that have already been salvaged, and you can, to the point where you can see them from. Yeah, you see somebody's got storage boxes there, and have come in and look like poked large holes in the whatever was there. Yeah, we're at like 0.09 gravity or something. Like the gravity here is not very high. It's, it's like gravity kind of pulled me down. I don't have thruster to push me down, so it's like gravity kind of pulled me down to the platform. Not a lot of gravity, but it's enough. Let's try. There. fly it by this thing, see if it's actually worth it. I don't have an emergency controller, so I'm slowly falling back towards the planet because it did not activate my first. If you have an emergency controller, the emergency controller will kind of hold you in place. It looks like somebody bounced into a plant hard with that thing. Oh, that's pretty much fun. Thank you for the host. How are you doing this morning? I'm looking to. So I've been doing a lot of stuff for factory building. If you guys are interested in the factory building aspect of it, obviously I'm trying to learn what I can about that. Trying to get good. Tired of seeing. That sounds like about a normal day. Like it's it has been a few days. We get good. So I'm trying to get good with the building of the factories and stuff. Once I get done with that, I think I'm going to try my hand at shipbuilding. The trick is I need to come up with kind of I don't know, like a theme, I guess. Because once you have a theme of kind of what you want to do with your ships, if people like that theme, then obviously they're gonna keep coming back. Because obviously me selling a single ship once to somebody isn't going to be as good as if I can, have them come back and buy every ship I ever make. Somebody did not have a good day. That's somebody's ship that somebody built up food. Looks like somebody's already built up to it to try to see if there's anything in the ship. It's all right. We'll be good. Kind of. If there's anything. Somebody's already cleaned up the fuel tanks in. Basic atmospheric. This thing not even has. Well, it has to have space. It has a rocket on it. Somebody's already cleared out the storage on it. They give me a flip my ship upside down. Maybe. All right. I'd say I would try to get Evie to come play this, but I don't think Evie is into the space flying game. Like the building and stuff like that. Like if they had food in here, if Evie could make like a food factory and a farm, like she'd be all over it. Here that does introduce food and give Evie the ability to make food and sell it. She'll come hang out with us. We'd have to make her special ships that were crash resistant. I think my mom may try to come play. I'm not sure. She's usually into more of a. She wants to be able to go out and like fight creatures and stuff like that. So, not such a good thing for this game because there's nothing really to fight other than other people. There's no bears or anything to kind of fight. And she likes doing that stuff. Just it's fun for her. But with no nothing to go out like little animals to murder. She basically the only thing she can do is go collect ore and stuff. And that's not going to be as much fun for her. Not here. So we'll go ahead, land here. I'll put the boxes in. Once I get the boxes placed, that'll give me more stuff I can actually store here. And land. Get out. Snake could probably even use the larger item. Here, garbage. That's what that color. Few small rocks. Check the other side to make sure it's all maxed out too. stuff. We'll connect these boxes up so that we have actually have enough storage here to be able to store rocks. So we're not having to come out here every like 2 days. The next trick is going to be to try to get a the Oracle can probably do it. The trick is to get something that can come out here that can pick up these boxes, and at the same time not have in 9 billion freaking warp cells to come out here and pick up an ore that's won't even allow me to make the warp cells to replace it to come pick it up. I may have picked up some rockets. Weapon I'm not super worried about. I'm mostly worried about iron. Like the more iron I have, because I need more iron back in the base. And then for some reason, I don't know if it's just because of the proximity to the edge of the map or what, but I've noticed that some of these will be kind of offset when I try to pick up the we should be able to get back. I should have everything I need to build the Nimbus now. Start getting that stuff kind of sorted. I'll figure out where I'm going to put it on the work. Not the Oracle. And once I've got that done, I've got to go kind of figure out where gotta start finish painting that ship, getting that kind of the way I want it done. Talked to the guy that made it, and he said that once he kind of gets, once I get done painting it and everything, he'll come back, make another blueprint of it. So if for some reason there is a wipe, then I'll be able to at least get the ship back. Hell, it works out for him too, because then he has if it's painted, there's a solid black shadow. All right. get back, take our sodium that we have back up to the planet, or back up to 8,000. Just think. All right, and then like I said, if you guys are missing the VODs, there's several ways for you to do it. I have started. Well, I don't want to say I've started a YouTube page. I've had a YouTube page for a very long time. I just haven't been uploading to it. For those that follow me a long time ago, I used to do something that we called Indie Dev Mondays, which basically it was open to any indie dev as long as we could work out the making sure that I could do justice to their game. I would pretty much showcase any indie dev game that I could, and I would then upload the footage to
Passengers and
YouTube for
mobilization
them,
starting.
so that if they needed to use or wanted to use the footage, or they
Warp
wanted to pull
sequence
stuff out of it for
initiated.
clips or whatever, they could do that. I figured in the long run, like I'm helping them, maybe they can help me. Like we can work together, make this thing better. I had an indie dev, and it wasn't their fault. I don't hold any ill will towards indie dev or towards the artist. But I played a game that was heavily focused on dubstep music, and I like dubstep music, so like I was like, this is great. But the record company or for the artist that made the sound or made the songs for the game uh, basically did 3 DMCA claims on one video. And the problem is the way that stuff is written is if I actually contested the claims, like if I didn't do anything, they just took the revenue from the video and it was theirs now, not a big deal. But if I contested them, which I was in the right, I was fair use. I had permission from the dev to make the video. I gave the dev access to the video to use. And he had permission from the artist for basically being in the soundtrack for people to make videos of. So I was in the right, but the problem is it's written in such a way that if I contested it, and all they had to do is basically contest my contesting, and as soon as that happened, I'm screwed.
Warp sequence completed.
And they basically shut down my channel, and I would never be able to
Passengers
post to
released.
YouTube. So I was like, so I just let it go, and just left the video alone. And then eventually, I went back and just deleted the video. I'm just like, well, I'm not going to leave it up, because if at some point they come back and decide to change their mind, and get more excited about it, then it could be future trouble. So instead, now I just go to Pretzel Rocks. I just use that. And I was going to reactivate my subscription, but they raised the subscription price, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I have to look at that. Because you're still able to use it for free. It just limits the amount of times you can play a song, stuff like that. And the channels, I have to bounce between channels more. I guess if I gave this some gas, it would go faster. So we'll get back. Hopefully, finish gathering the parts I need to make Nimbus. Get that sorted, and then start working on trying to get stuff back and forth. Maybe I'll do that. I'll see if we can find our radar, and just take the orc out and slow boot it around. It's still at crash. Actually, won't have no need to break the sound barrier heading at the planet. It's like Forza Horizon 5 maybe getting Hot Wheels expansion. It's just like it is amazing that it's taken this long for them to come out, and that's just a leap. Uh, that isn't even. Yeah, and well, they're balancing between. Yeah, it's still there for this. It says like, but we haven't had any information about like anything from Forza Horizon 5 about the expansions, the maps. Like, it's been it seems like a year. Um, it's been over 6 months. But I wouldn't put it past them to do Hot Wheels. I was kind of surprised with the Hot Wheels because Hot Wheels just come out with a game. So unless they're going to try to do something where they're combining the game. But the last one was Lego, so having another Lego was, I wasn't sure to do Lego twice. But we will see. So what I'm basically doing is I've set this thing to auto orbit. So my script that I have on the ship is basically autopiloting, and it's in the process of trying to maintain a stable orbit. So what it's going to do is it's going to slowly get me up to the speed that I need at the elevation that I am. And once those two kind of match and meet up, I'll literally just fly around the planet with basically no fuel use. So orbit's complete. So now you'll see my orbit is 3069. Or no, that's my speed. But I'm at 10.1 kilometers. And that usually will drift up and down slowly. You can see if I look at that, like it's slowly going up. But if I stay on this long enough, it probably would start coming down on the other side of the planet. But as long as I don't really touch anything, like I can turn, like I could turn, right? Because I'm pretty much locked into that. I have no wind resistance because I'm in space. I'm outside of I have no atmospheric resistance. The most I would have is like some the centrifugal force where I'm basically trying to escape, and then you just kind of lock yourself there. So it works really well with the HUD and everything. So I can just kind of do this, and then what I'll do is I'll just kind of go over here and just as long as you get lined up correctly, I'll get closer and closer to my base. So once I get within a decent range, I just throw the brakes on, throw the parachutes out, or get slow down, and basically come down and land on top of the base. Then start unloading stuff. But the other option is to basically come in and either manually drive around the atmosphere, which is you're almost guaranteed to blow up. At least I am anyway. Or you can go into the atmosphere, kind of set your height so that you fly at a certain height, but then you're constantly burning fuel as you fly over the planet. The further you can fly in this game without using fuel, the better off you are. And then the other side too is flying out in space like this. You're not guaranteed to not run into stuff. But like there's a less of a chance of running into a space elevator at 10 kilometers up from the planet. Yeah, so there's a platform right down there. So there's still platforms and stuff up here, but hopefully less of a chance of running into one. So all I've done is basically thrown the brakes on. I've come to a pretty much a complete stop now. I'll give it some engines. And obviously sitting there, even with my brakes on, I'm going to start falling towards the planet. I start accelerating towards the planet, then I really fall towards the planet. Trick is to not have too much speed when you break the atmosphere. Hopefully have your wings catch you. So that I don't recommend trying to do what I've just done. Okay, where up to there. Without a good amount of piloting skills. I actually have starting to get decent piloting skills. They're not great yet. I still have quite a bit of piloting skills to improve. But until you start getting your brakes and stuff where you're more efficient in using them, doing this is why wasn't my brakes engaged? Because that will happen. Like my brakes were engaged. I could have swore they were, and maybe I hit them and turned them off by accident. I'm sure I just destroyed my fourth ship. Really, I just did that to show you what would happen is if you try to do some stupid crap and you don't have good skills. Because obviously I don't have good skills. I get to repair my ship. Luckily, it's not that big of a ship to worry about. And honestly, being that close, I could just probably have grabbed it and moved it over here. It would have taken me a couple of tries, but There. Go out, repair our ship real quick. So the reason I grabbed carbon scrap because it's cheap, and especially for some of the stuff like this where you're doing that, like you see how quickly it turns it back to yellow, and then I can change to gold, and then save myself some time. But some of the resources that are actually, you can rebuild fairly quickly, like using the lower tier scrap on it is a better plan. This is not increasing a bunch of time, and it saves you good resources. And then on stuff that, like my warp core, when I go to replace it, I'll definitely use the gold to repair it, because it's going to take, even though the warp core looks like it may not have exploded. The other thing you can do too, which I'm really not good at, is if you know you're going to crash, is to jump out of the piloting seat. As long as you're not in the piloting seat when you crash. Because what killed me was I was in the piloting seat when I crashed. The piloting seat got destroyed, and that killed me. So if I hadn't been in the piloting seat when it got destroyed, then I wouldn't have died. Then I would have just been standing inside of my broken. It's weird, like what breaks or what doesn't break. Like, you can see just the difference in speed of the lower tier scrap versus the higher tier scrap. All of the things. The toys of fixing chip. Guess if I didn't crash it, I wouldn't have to worry about this problem. But at least for the most part, repairing your ship it's painful. It takes a little bit of time. You need scrap to do it. But in the same note too, though, at least you can repair it. Like you're not having to completely rebuild your ship because that could get expensive, especially like on a ship like this that Drax made this ship. I won it and was given the ship, but if I had to, like, Mister, so how you doing today, sir? Technically, it's still the mornings for me. My time is weird. I was doing okay until I'm not sure what happened. I was landing, and then I was landed, and then I was waking up in a resurrection pod. So I thought I had my brakes enabled. Yeah. It's, and like I said, and we've talked about this before. Like I have a weird streaming time for an American. Like most people don't stream first thing in the morning. I actually, it works for me for my schedule. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's people talking about like brake problems, but I'd have to go back and watch the VOD to find out what happened. Whether I hit the brakes and turned them off by accident, or if they just stopped working, because everything seemed to be okay, and then I just wasn't stopping anymore. And then of course panic sets in, and start pushing all the buttons and trying to keep from crashing, then you crash. Dang it, fly. Yeah. It's not even remotely like important. Like it's important, but like life happens, and I'm not expecting. Oh my God, you have to answer me right now. Like that is not where we're at. My hands back to that. I don't know. My family just has no concept of time when it comes. Yeah. Dude, honestly, like, don't take this the wrong way, but the reason my channel art hasn't been updated is because I refuse to pester people about it. Oh, dude, I have a little bit of gold. I'm not like I'm right next to my base. I have a little bit of gold, so I crashed within eyesight of my storage boxes. So part of the reason my channel art hasn't been upgraded, and I've been kind of just talking about wanting to do it for a while, is I'll reach out to an artist and I'll be like, hey, can we work out something? And they seem like, yeah, that's great, da 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 da. And then I'll reach out to them again, and I'll send you a message. If you don't respond to that message, I assume that you don't want to do it, and then I move on with my life. I don't want somebody that doesn't want to do the art doing the art, if that makes sense. Because the last thing I want is to have somebody whose heart's not in it. I like other people's time is important, right? And like I don't want to like yeah, my time's important too, but at the same time, like I'm the most important person in my world. And I don't expect other people to have the same the uh the same there's that one box. Like I don't expect somebody else to be like, oh, you're the most important person in the world to me because like life happens and stuff goes on.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
Square with the waters again. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people in the world that think that well, there's a lot of Karens in the world. I'll just say that. And people that think that their time is more important than somebody else's just because I deemed it so, right? Like you're special, just like everyone else is. uh, so yeah, I don't do it. I figured one day I'll find somebody that does want to do this stuff. And nothing against you and your girlfriend. Like I please don't take this the wrong way. Like if she doesn't want to do it, I'm fine with that. Like I would much rather her say, yeah, I'm not into it, than her be like, yeah, and then resent having to do it. Yes. There's the same reason there's that and the one for the doggos. Because originally we had I had a limit to the amount of doggos, not a limit to how often it used. And people would come in and use all the doggos in like 10 minutes. And then the doggos would sit here and stare at me all day, trying to figure out why they weren't getting any more doggos. Okay, how am I supposed to find? That's the only bad thing about some of these ships like this is that like they're so designed for aesthetics that like if you ever wreck it, trying to fix it sometimes is a massive pain. Yeah, they limit the amount was fun. It's so many things, all your stuff. Oh, and that's the other thing too, is other people want to be able to use that stuff. As soon as I start getting stuff in, so I'm gonna start doing some reaching out. We're still several months from kind of really worrying about extra life. I'm gonna try to figure out some stuff. My ships when I have that kind of ability are all used. Oh, for repairing your. Some going on. Oh, I think it's this HUD freaking going to straight to 20% freaking fuel. It was phasing through the floor there for a second. This probably isn't a good thing. All right. Let me build it. And then, like you said, and I think I posted it earlier, but if you do not have this game already and you are looking to get it, I do have. So there's my refer a friend code. You do not have to use my refer a friend code. Please use somebody's refer a friend code. I'm perfectly fine if you don't use mine. I'm okay. Use somebody's. The reason is yeah, I get a little bit of benefit from it. I get extra stuff. I'm trying to get purple force fields. So as you build different stuff in the game, or as you get more people referred into the game, I can do this guy here, right? So this is the standard blueprint, or the standard element skin for that. If I go in here, I go advanced element skin, I can change it red. The next level I'll be able to the next level of refer friend I'll be able to change it to green. And then like at 30 months you can change them to purple. And then at like 50 months or something you can change them to like black. So that way if you want to have force fields different colors, obviously I want purple because, well, purple. And then you can change that on so on my I had Taylor came in and I was slowly changing this guy from like blue highlights to purple. So you see like the lights in the front are purple. And the force field is purple also. That way if you do want purple, you can do that. And those will stay. So like if I have purple and I come and put it on your ship, it stays on your ship. That's just part of that design. And I've actually done quite a bit of work on this thing to get it to change so that there's some purple highlights and this is another ship. This ship was made by Serapis, and I actually went through and painted and changed the stuff to it. So that being said, need to look and find out and figure out what I'm missing. We'll build it in this room. These guys in here. Delete. Good. And this. There's where I had it in there. So I'm going to inspect this item. So you'll see I have all my adjusters. I'm missing chair surfaces. I need a dynamic core X, which I have, a better access. Okay, so I know where those are. I need to figure out the chair surfaces, what I need to do to build those. Basic hydraulics. I have all that stuff. I need 5 screws, 5 basic hydraulics, 5 basic pieces. Basic hydraulics. Easy. Or if I have basic casings or so I should be able to do that. And then so now I have all that stuff. Look at it. So now I have all that stuff. The 3 minutes 30 seconds I have all those. I need a better access. And if you guys are looking, so Kenny, so I know you're building stuff too, or you're building ships. If you need data stuff, so I turned off my screens for right now. I'll start building those again in a little while. I'm building XSS and medium screens. I'm building transparent screens from XS to large. These are our emitters. These things take forever to build, especially the mediums. All of the NAND operator, NAND, NOR, XOR, all the operators. Relays, pressure tiles, manual buttons, manual switches, manual button. All the counters. Info button, receivers. Programming boards, data banks. Laser receivers, infrared laser emitters, and receiver. And I'll be starting to build the remote controls here in a little bit too. Laser emitters. I think that's it, other than the excess cleaver. That's hidden in Quasimodo over here. Alright. Nope. Just didn't like something. Oh. I haven't finished making tier surfaces yet. We're almost done. 39 seconds. My stepfather's going in today for a double replacement. So, all right, so now it's blue, so now I can place it. Bam. The Nimbus Mark III, that's fine. Deploy that bad boy. So this is the Nimbus. I haven't been actually flown this thing. Yeah, I don't know what all I need to do. Oh, good. My mass exceeds 20 tons. Nothing like the ship telling you you're fat. Alright, so I'll turn that guy on. So basically what this thing will allow me to do that. I just realized I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, really? Shit. Oh. Wonder if that would I'm thinking I just built this ship. I wonder if it would like to have some. It may go further with fuel. All right, I'm gonna have to submit a bug report to Serapis. The Nimbus does not work without fuel in it. This is garbage. I demand it fixed immediately. So the idea behind this thing is I can set it here. I can drive it to whatever height I want. I can slide back side to side. I can move forward and back. If I need to go up, I can go up. If I can come down, I can come down. So the idea here is being able to drive over here, and more importantly, if this thing is at HEG height. Yes, Mr. Nerdy, how you doing today, my friend? Yes, a rocket-powered DJ boost. So the idea here is for me to be able to fly over here like this. I hit Alt-T. That docks it to the ship. then I can get out of it. Once I get out of it, I can turn it off. It's now docked to the ship, and I can take the ship and I can fly off on it. And then when I get to the next place, because this ship, the idea with this ship, the Orca, is it goes to 1,000 meters, and it just basically hangs there, and uses the AGG, which is this crazy thing in here, which basically keeps it generates a singularity that basically nullifies gravity. Originally, I built this crazy thing to kind of get me my up here. This thing has a lot better a Lewis script on it to allow it to function. Still on. Sitting there just burning fuel. But yeah, so as long as it's actually docked to the ship, once I take off and the Orca, I'll be able to take it with me. And then it allows me to get to the ground back to the Orca. Because if this thing's at 1,000 meters, and I don't think I've shown you guys how that works. So basically what we're going to do is we'll jump in here, and you'll see we'll pick off. And this thing's going to come up here. I'm going to turn on Alt the APG. And you'll see down in the bottom corner there, it says target altitude 1,000, singularity 1,000 feet, right? This is a big, slow ship. Actually, I think I have quite a bit of weight in it right now. Fine. Give it the beans. So once I can get it up into the sky, so the idea here is to get it up. Yeah. So and that's the thing is it's all a game, right? So anyway, let me get up here and get the AGG height. So basically what I'm trying to do is I want to have it catch it. So I actually want to slow down and have it kind of lower a little bit. And what will end up happening is you'll see as it will kind of come like catch it on a cushion. You have to be careful because you can't be going too slow because it are too fast through that cushion. If you start going too fast through the cushion, it will fall through it. It won't catch it. Think of trying to catch like a water balloon or something like that, right? So once I kind of get down in here and have the singularity catch the ship, it will hold it. And then once I have it kind of caught, I can throw my brakes on. Come on. You can, okay. This is a little scary. I completely agree, Nerdy. It's one of those things like with the white talk right now. It's causing a lot of people, a lot of streamers have left VU right now. And part of the reason I'm in VU and I'm trying to, I'm kind of making a point of streaming it when I can, simply because if I can establish myself as one of the main streamers for VU, along with Serapis, Dank Knight, crap, I'm forgetting, Kaniso, Drax is streaming, There's a few other people that are streaming. My brain is just blanking right now. Please, if you're in here and I forgot your name, just say something and that's fine. Like I'm really trying to be part of the community here and try to help the other streamers, because I stream at a weird time. Like, I stream at a stupid weird time. The only one that's even possibly going to stream at the same time as me is maybe Kaniso, because he's in England. But it's not a competition. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to put content out. I love this game. Even with its problems, even with the issues that the game has, I love this game. And the issue is direct comparison to this game is Space Engineers. And the difference between this game and Space Engineers is this game works. So it's not so much a comparison anymore as this game's working. So you notice I'm at like 200 kilometers an hour right now. I barely have my engines turned on. And it's just kind of chilling. So I can literally drive this back over to my base now. And the idea with this is I can get extremely heavy loads in this ship. And as long as I keep it at EGG height and I don't break AGG, or the anti-gravity generator, right? As long as I don't break that bubble, the ship will stay there and I can carry ridiculous amounts of weight. Right now, this ship is carrying 3 kilotons. It weighs 3 kilotons. I've had this ship at 45 kilotons, moving it around Alia. Like I said, though, the trick is it would never lift itself off the ground, and AGD doesn't start until 1,000 meters. So getting from the ground to that 1,000 meters is the trick. Or if you're just going to leave it at 1,000 meters, being able to get back to your ship becomes the trick. It is going to be a hot day today. All right, so basically I'm just going to drive back over here. Tight stickers. Go back. Is your life horrible? I know. It's a freaky thing. So now the trick is now I've actually got my containers linked to the one on my base right now. So I'm actually connected to the container on my base. The AGV at current does not use fuel. That doesn't mean it will never use fuel, but at the current moment in time, it doesn't use fuel. You'll see as it come over, the lift kind of, as it slows down, it loses lift, it kind of drops down, and the AGG catches it, brings it back. The AGG can only move at 4 meters per second. So like if I do this, if I hold Alt and hit spacebar, you'll see that the target goes up. And then so as that target goes up, it slowly rises, and it's going to slowly brings it up to whatever height. I can go all the way out of the atmosphere with it. Like if I really want to, it's just going to take me forever to do it. So if I have a really, really heavy load and I have lots of time on my hands, I could take my entire base, load it on this ship. I mean, like completely load it on this ship and slowly slow boat my way out of the atmosphere. Go to a different planet and slow boat my way back into the atmosphere. That's the other thing. The other day I wanted to do. I want to check here something real quick. Can I help you? Can I help you? Am I in your way? You know you're still not a laptop, right? Okay. I know. I love you. Yeah. Well, at 4 meters per second, it takes you a long time to transition, right? But it's being able to lift. Oh, hey, good job. Yeah, look at nerdy's encouraging bad behavior. All right. Okay, so actually, sorry. So the other day, Niso donated some money, and I haven't moved it to Extra Life yet. Because partially I was wanting to do it while I was on stream. So, oh look, PayPal took money out. That's good. I like it when PayPal takes money out. Look at Facebook. Correct. All right, so that should come through here in a minute. So he made a donation through the Streamlabs thing the other day, and instead of like I was like, honestly, I'm okay. I don't have anything that I need massive amounts of money for right now. So I prefer the money to go to Extra Life. I feel bad because last year we didn't hit our goal. I didn't get a medal last year, which was the first time in 5 years I hadn't gotten a medal. So I definitely want to get back into it this year. So hopefully, yeah, there it goes. All right. So now, if I do that, I can. If I get back to the game, then I'm holding just random tabs. So you see, I get out. For some reason. So I can get out. I can go jump out of here, and the ship's just hovering here like a brick. And then I can just go jump over here. Turn this on. Turn this on. This. Basically hit this, get go. Whee! So the whole reason I wanted the Orca, or wanted the Nimbus, was this thing right here. So I can basically just flat hover straight up and down. And then, so more importantly, when it's time to get back up to the ship, it's more of a controllable thing. My hover chair that I made, which was like the first time I ever tried it, I didn't have any. There's no scripting on it. There's no nothing. It's just literally a bunch of engines pointed straight down. Down here. The wreckages in the trees. Let's see. Hey, what are you eating? You talking about all these things over here? These are all salvaged ships that I've found, and these are the ones that I've deemed worthy of not destroying. Even though that one may get destroyed. This one may be on its way out too. This one will probably be destroyed. Because it's missing quite a bit of pieces, and I just don't. I don't have the time to go back and rebuild it. But most of the ships out here, like both of those two, that one's mine. I'm not getting rid of this ship. This is my ship. The white one here, I'm probably going to keep also. It's just a cool looking ship. This is one that I started with. You can get one of these for free to fly if somebody needs one. No stream delay is big, but it's huge. It's due north. Oh, you're talking about Quasimodo over here? Talking about this thing? This is my small hauler. So basically, if we jump in here, so I built this atrocity to creators everywhere. I'm sorry, it is ugly. It's an element ship, but we'll get out of the trees so we can get a better look at how ugly this thing really is. This thing is made to lift tonnage. It is made to lift tons. So it has, I want to say 10 extra large containers on it. So it has, so it has 10 extra large containers on it, and it will fly with those containers full. And what I was doing is I was using this for my salvage operation. So as the stuff is coming out and people's stuff was releasing on the planet, I was using this to basically go clear stuff out. So this was literally thrown together to just function out of the stuff I had. So I basically every large thing I had, yes. So the way the game works is you have to have a subscription to play the game. If you do not have a subscription, and you have a base on one of the other planets other than Sanctuary or not Sanctuary, Sanctuary or Haven. Your base on Sanctuary and Haven would be is safe, right? Um, so if you have a base on Alioth, you stop paying your monthly subscription. 90 days after your subscription lapses, your stuff basically gets released. As soon as your subscription lapses, it starts a timer, and that timer is visible to other people, so they can go, oh, hey, this thing's going to come up in 90 days, and then I can go. Here's, and that's actually what I wanted to turn my salvage ship into. I wanted that to become my salvage ship, but I probably won't. I'll probably keep using this one. So if I jump in here. And then, so what I was doing is I was driving around, and part of it is I don't want to. It's hard to not see anything. Oh wait, no, there's so that gray box over there. So there's somebody's structure over there. So you see it is 6.4 kilometers away, and my radar allows me to see that stuff. So I can go to that location, and if there's stuff there, it's basically released. So the RDMS is released on it, and then you can pick it up, and that's anybody can pick it up. So most of these ships that I pick up out here are functions of that. So all these ships have been salvaged from different locations. These are the ones that are look decently enough that I'm like, somebody might want one of these. So I've kind of kept them around for a little bit. So if any of these ships are something that somebody wants, like so any of these 4 ships, that one there, the orange one, even the Bullet over here, which is, I think it's a pocketable ship. So that's a pocketable ship. The Star Wars Mickey Mouse thing here is already spoken for. This ship, I kind of like the looks of it. I don't know if I'm up to re-putting the stuff inside of it. Because somebody basically cored the ship. They took all the elements out of it, and basically destroyed the ship. So all the voxels are still here. So the shell of the ship is still here. But all the engines, all the fuel tanks, everything is gone. And not knowing where all that stuff goes back, it makes it difficult to try to put it all back into place. It can be done, and there's people that are very good at doing it, but I haven't built a lot to do it. So I kind of want to keep this shell just because I kind of like the way the ship looks, but I haven't decided yet. This is Gachar's ship. That one's probably going to go to Serapis. This is a ship that Taylor Bud gave me. Is just ugly. It needs a lot of help to be not ugly. The Crusader here is another one. It's an extra small ship that is spacefaring, has a warp drive in it, and can basically carry a little bit of stuff to like market. The Squire is one, but somebody's ripped the engines off the back of it. And then this is a free ship from Captain's Customs that has basically a large container on it. So for the most part, like any of the ships that are on top of this one, these 4 ships, those 4 or 5 ships, the Bullet, and then So those, if somebody's interested in one of those, they're basically free for the taking. These two ships that are over here are also like I don't have any want, need, or desire to keep them. And it's one of those things. The longer they stay here, the closer they get to me just going, okay, I'm done, and ripping the parts out of them. This guy here, Pimbana or whatever. I could be talked into letting this one go. Working kind of either lay down. Yeah, we're good. We're getting towards the end, but the Black Widow is pretty to a good home also. But both of those ships, the Black Widow, so the only ones that are kind of claimed are the white one here, this one, because this is one I started with. Like, it was free, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a ship I flew for a while, so the Inquisitor, like, yeah, you can probably that from my cold dead hand. Even though I don't fly it very much, just because it sucks warp cells down like they're freaking candy. This guy here, I could be talked apart with. The baby shark. Baby shark, you would have to. It would have to go to a really good home. This was an experiment. This is Peach ship. Just to see if we could build a pocketable ship with a large engine. You can. This is my original pocket ship. I'll probably at some point destroy it. This is the Oracle. This is a drag ship, which I probably won't be letting go anytime soon. And then this is another free ship. You just have to have the materials to put it together. It's actually a really good ship, especially for a starter ship. It's really good. It will allow you to do quite a bit of stuff. But I'm going to keep it also. I have plans for this. I want to do some color changing to it. But yeah. So speaking of which, maybe we'll take that guy out. We got a little bit more time. Well, hopefully you get feeling better. There seems to be shit going around. It seems like I've been hearing a lot of people that have been coming down with the Rona. This shit just keeps coming back. Just doesn't seem to want to go away. We got 2 receivers now. Those receivers, man, those things are spendy. I pulled 520 freaking counters out of here yesterday and sold them to Serapis. I've already got 220 of them back. But yeah, so if you guys are playing the game and you do need data components, let me know. I'm literally, that's the whole purpose of this factory, is to build data components. So this whole side, this is fuel up here. And then this is all data components. Over here is, I have, and they're just regular, extra small, medium, and large containers. They're nothing special. They're not optimized or gravity defying or anything. Extra large ones also. And then I am building expanded extra large containers also. They take a really long time to build. Transfer units, because you can never have enough transfer units. Uncommon maneuvering atmo engines. From extra small, medium, and large. And the same thing with uncommon military atmo units, or atmo engines. Extra small, medium, and large also. So we have plenty. We have those being made. They're just uncommon, so they're not super awesome, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, it's kind of the status of this thing, and we're doing okay for that. show up that so well, it showed up here. That yeah, I wanted to do that on stream because like it's perfectly fine for me to say, yeah, I pledged the money to them. But there's a big difference between pledging money and actually donating money. Pledging money saying, yeah, I'm gonna give them X, but until you actually give it to them, a pledge means garbage, as we've learned. So it's easy for me to say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna, that donation that you gave me in stream, yeah, just give it to Extra Life. That's what I'm gonna do with it. And then if I never do it, right? So I specifically waited. I meant to do it yesterday on stream. I got distracted and just kind of remembered. So I did it. And then it's done, and everybody knows. All right. I need to take those ships. Those ships are probably going to be taken to Emerald City and dumped in Sharpness's front yard. All right, I think I'm gonna take off a few minutes early today, guys. It's kind of slowed down. The problem is I don't really have anything to start doing right now. And if I start doing something, I'm gonna run way over. I got some crap I gotta take care of. So I'm just gonna take off a tad early, and it is getting warm in here. I don't like it. Yeah, temperature is already almost 86 degrees, almost 90 outside today. Oh, it's gonna be a not fun day. I don't like it. I don't like it. I guess this is what happens when you live in Texas. So I have nobody to blame but myself. Let's see if. All right. Well, unfortunately, it's a. Oh, that guy is. Looks in German? Can't do that one. That guy is okay. Nope. Guess it's this one. We seem to do this. Rate this guy a lot, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? No, I don't want. I want to mute the sympathy. All right. I hope that's the right one. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rate date night. Do me a favor, we're gonna tell them I said hi, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.